Hi, my name is Kannwischer. Welcome back to 90 Day Together with me. We are working on your 90-day goal, and welcome to week 9. We are really now here in our last third of this adventure and doing great. And this week, I want to focus on the things we should remember. Why did we get into this in the first place? And when we're feeling like we're not being successful or we need some help to stick it out, we can often turn to the great types of tips and tricks that I've been sharing with you regarding ways to organize your day, ways to align your tasks, ways to approach your motivation. But today and this whole week, I want to lean into the type of success that comes from remembering who you are and whose you are. In other words, the identity part of this. And Younique, we talk about this, that you are a poem. You are God's masterpiece. You are wonderfully, beautifully made. And therefore, God is with you. He wants you to have the greatest experience with Him possible. And part of your 90-day goal, in one way or another, is to help deepen that relationship with Jesus and to help you to live out your calling. And so today, we're going to talk about the things that we need to remember, starting with remembering that we are never alone. We are never far from God's thoughts and attention. And we're going to kind of get the inspiration from this from Genesis chapter 8, which of course is the culmination of the story of our friend Noah. And, God asked him to build that ark, and he was out on the water for a long time with all those animals and his family. And finally, there is this moment where the scripture says, and God remembered Noah. Now, the Hebrew, the word there is zakar, and zakar can mean remember, but it's not exactly the same way we would think about it in English from the perspective of we forgot completely and now we remember. Don't want to give the impression that God forgot that Noah was out there bobbing along on the waters with all those animals and his family in this great flood. Not at all. The word here that we translate remember also has the meaning of to turn attention to acknowledge. And we see here that God is acknowledging Noah's faithfulness, his responsiveness to God's commands, and he's acknowledging that as the wind sweeps across the waters and the waters recede. So you might be in a stage of your life right now, a moment in your life, a day, an hour in which there's a flood, there's a storm, there's a big thing, and you feel forgotten, you feel abandoned, or you just feel like this is really hard. And the thing that I want you to take away from today is that you are remembered by God, meaning you are not alone. It's not that He ever forgot about you, but He turns toward you and He remembers you. He acknowledges this 90-day goal that you've set, and He turns His face toward you and helps you to move forward. You are His masterpiece. And Paul goes on in that Ephesians 2:10 verse to say, not only are you God's poem, you're His masterpiece, but you were created for good works, which you were created in advance to do. So this 90-day goal is part of the ability to discover or to lean into the good works that God has created you to do. He's with you. He acknowledges you. He remembers you. So this week, we're going to continue to look at all the different remember commands in the Bible and to get grounded in our identity in Jesus as we march forward towards 90 days together. You will know God's presence with you in this journey. I'm Kelly Kannwischer, Kelly@futurechurch.co. Would love to hear from you, and I look forward to sharing this week together.